The Warriors play a lot of different looks. They have, they play 3 guard lineups. In the fourth, they had Looney and Draymond out there together. I was wondering if you could describe a little bit how different it is defensively when they play 2 bigs versus when they go smaller and more shooting on the floor.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's basketball. Got to make adjustments, read the game. They played 2 bigs. Looney and Draymond has been effective for them most of the playoffs. Looney dominated the offensive glass tonight. So you understand why he's in that game, and Draymond is Draymond. So we just got to do a good job of running our offense, making our reads, and then let the game decide for itself.
First row on the left, Kevin.
Kevin O'Connor from The Ringer. Jaylen, every single year of your career, you've made progress as a ball handler. And of course, in this postseason, there's been some ups and downs, but your efficiency still as a shot creator in isolations has continued to trend up. What's your assessment of how you've developed at creating out of isolations when it comes to really feeling out scoring and facilitating?
Just being a basketball player, just coming out, being aggressive, using what I can do best, my skill set, to get to my spots, and just overall being aggressive. Every year, you could say I got better, or every year you could say I got more opportunity. You could look at it both ways. So for me, I just come out and just play my role and do what I need to do to help my team win.
Second row on the left.
Melissa Rowland, Fox Sports. When Ime was asked about tonight's win, he brought up the word resiliency, and he said, that's been the theme for you guys all season long. What makes you guys so resilient?
Just the guys in that locker room. We battle tested. We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot of experience, a lot of losses. So we know what it takes to win. So I give credit to every guy in that locker room from top to bottom. We got a great, resilient group, and the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So everybody comes to work every single day, not just players, but coaching staff, medical staff, weight training, everybody. So it's an all-around collective effort every single night, and everybody did their job.
Sixth row on the right.
Jared Weiss, The Athletic. When you got that steal early in the fourth quarter and you kicked ahead to Peyton, did you see Peyton through there? Were you trying to pass it to him?
Yeah, we got the steal. Peyton was open, made the play for the layup.
On the left.
Hey, Jaylen. Cameron Buford, Voice of the Fans. Congratulations on the win. I wanted to ask you, if you think back to Team USA, when you teamed up with Derek White, what was your impression of Derek White at that time? And then how has he changed your impression of him since he's been here on your team?
Derek White is a baller. He has been for a while. San Antonio, he's had great series and playoff runs and things. He's definitely a player that can elevate his level at any time. And I've known that before I played with him at USA, but even learned more from him at USA. He's just a baller. Just certain people get up for moments and have the ability to just outplay the scouting report and just can flat out hoop. So credit to D. White, man. He can ball.
Back row on the far right.
Hey, Jaylen, back here. Joe Barton from The Athletic. We understand that Derek is quiet, but whether it was when everybody was in China or training camp in Vegas that year or when he got traded to you in Boston, do you have a favorite off-the-floor story about Derek and meeting him and things like that?
Yeah, we got some stories, but overall, Derek is just a great guy. He's quiet, but like if you get close enough to him, he'll warm up to you. He'll say some jokes, some dad jokes and stuff like that. So Derek is a great guy, and he fit right in as soon as he got to Boston, and it was just like automatic. So we're lucky to have him.
Two more questions on the left here with Robert.
Bobby Manning, CLNS Media. Jaylen, do you remember the first conversation you had with Ime about becoming a lead ball handler on this team? I felt like that was like his biggest emphasis, becoming head coach on this team, was you and Jason kind of taking over the playmaking duties. Was it as far back as maybe the World Cup run that you had with him?
Maybe not as far back as that, but definitely since Ime has been here, he's wanted to put the ball in my hands more so than any other point in my career, and I've made leaps just by getting that experience and things like that. And sometimes I make the wrong read. I'm human. I make mistakes, but I feel like if you put the ball in my hands more often than not, I'm gonna put ourselves in a good position to win. And tonight I got going in the fourth quarter, and I made some really great reads, and we was able to go on a run and helped us come back to win the game.
Last question, fourth row on the right, Tim Bontemps.
Tim Bontemps from ESPN. Two things quick, Jaylen. First, you guys have talked a lot all year about being resilient. You said after Game 6 in Boston, you were going to go to Miami and win in Game 7. What was kind of the feeling of you guys after that third quarter when you struggled again in terms of turning that around in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it at halftime. We knew they were going to come out in the third quarter, and they did. They came out great. But in those moments, you know, once you realize that you allowed somebody to do something that you didn't want them to, once you realize that either you can go two ways, you can let it snowball, or you can, you know, play to the next play and figure things out. And we just kept playing. We just kept figuring it out. We kept playing basketball, and we found a way to win.
And you said after Game 7, when you were sitting up there with Al in Miami, that everybody was thrilled for Al to get a chance to have this opportunity to be here in the finals. What was it like for you guys to see him really take over down the stretch there and kind of flip this game around for you guys?
Phenomenal. That's what we need. That's what we want. We want that veteran leadership to carry us over. Al had a bunch of great looks. We encouraged him to keep taking them. And he came out his first finals game, and he played amazing. So he carried us and led us to a victory. So we got to get ready for next game. We win as a team. I know the media likes to push the narrative between certain players, but it's a team game. You know, the best team is going to win, not the best individual player. So we just got to keep playing as a team, and then we'll be all right.
Thanks a lot, Jaylen.
Thank you.